Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. As you can see, we are in the kitchen, which means we are doing another cooking video, except this video we're not cooking anything. However, we are making some fall themed drinks for this season. So we're kind of in autumn. Actually, autumn's almost over now, but I thought it would be fun to try to recreate some drinks you see at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and kind of make an at-home cheaper version of those drinks. So if you want some ideas for some fall drink recipes, then keep watching. Okay, so I have 4 different recipes that we are going to attempt to make today. And also, fun fact, I was a barista, so hopefully I will be able to make all of these drinks. But the first one that I think we're going to try is this maple pecan latte. It's supposed to be like a Starbucks copycat. I've never had the one from Starbucks, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but we're going to start out with this one. So I have 3 hot drinks and an iced coffee that we're going to make a little bit later for people who like more of a cold drink. I personally am more of an iced coffee type of girl, but since it is fall, most of these drinks are going to be hot drinks. But we're going to start out with this maple pecan latte. It looks like I have to toast some pecans, so I'm going to go ahead and get that all ready and put those in the toaster, and then I'm going to come back and do another drink, if that makes sense. Okay, so the recipe doesn't really say how much pecans to use. It just says a sprinkle for the toppings. So this is all that I have left of pecans, so I'm just going to chop up the rest of these, and I think we use them for the toppings. So for the pecans to toast in the toaster oven, I'm going to go ahead and start on one of the other drinks. So this is the salted caramel mocha, and it's again supposed to be like a Starbucks copycat recipe. So we're gonna try this and see how it tastes. So I have all my ingredients here. It's actually pretty simple. All you need is caramel, some hot chocolate mix, and then I'm using 2% milk. Normally I would do almond milk, but for this one I'm going to use regular milk, and then I just have some whipped cream for on top. So the recipe says to place caramel sauce, cocoa powder, and sea salt in a mug. So I'm going to grab a mug really quick. So we're going to need 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of caramel sauce, and I just have this caramel dessert topping, but I think that will work just fine. Then it says 1 to 2 tablespoons of hot cocoa powder, so we're going to be safe and do 1.5. Then it just says a pinch of sea salt, so I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on. So I brewed about half a pot of coffee, so that way I can just use it for all of these drinks. But for this one it says to pour in 3/4 cup of coffee, which I don't know if I could have done that first because I don't know how I'm supposed to measure the coffee now, but we're just going to guess. So I think that was about 3/4 cup of the coffee. And then I think we're just going to stir that together. It already smells really good. And then we're going to heat up our milk. Okay, so I heated up half a cup of milk in the microwave, and then I'm going to pour it into this other mixture that we made. And stir that together. So this is what it looks like. It honestly just smells like hot chocolate, but it says you can add more caramel and salt to taste. So I'm just going to pour myself a cup. I'm just going to try a little bit to taste it because I still have to make all the other ones, so I'm not gonna like drink the whole thing and then drink 3 more coffees after this. Then it just says to top with whipped cream and caramel sauce, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to try the first drink. This is the salted caramel mocha, and we're going to see how we did. That's really good. Can't really taste the coffee in it that much. It honestly just tastes like hot chocolate with caramel, but overall it's still really good. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, I think. I think if there was just a little bit more coffee, or I think it really wanted you to use espresso, but I don't have an espresso machine or any espresso, so I just use regular coffee. But I think if you have an espresso machine, definitely use espresso, but this is really good. I would highly recommend this. Okay, going back to the maple pecan latte that we started earlier, I toasted the pecans, so those are done. And then I actually don't have some of these ingredients, so I'm going to be improvising and tweaking this recipe just a little bit. But it says to first whip the milk, syrup, butter, and pecan extract until frothy in the blender. And I actually don't have any pecan extract, so I have vanilla extract and almond extract, so I'm gonna kind of like combine the 2 of those to make up for the pecan. So we're just gonna see what happens, but we're going to put the milk, the syrup, the butter, and the extract into the blender. And it specifically says in this recipe to use 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup, not the fake stuff. Well, I'm gonna be using the fake stuff. Hopefully it still tastes good. And then for the extracts, I'm just going to add a tad bit of vanilla extract and a dash of almond extract. Then it just says to blend this until frothy, about 30 seconds. It doesn't say if you blend on high, medium, or low, so we're just going to be safe and start with low. Well, we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so the recipe says to take about half a cup of coffee and then half of this mixture that we just made. That actually looks beautiful. Look at that. You can't even see the top of it, but it smells really good. So this is the maple pecan latte. We're going to take a sip and see how it tastes. Doesn't really taste like pecans, probably because I didn't use pecan extract, but it's not bad. Definitely think you should heat up the milk if you can, because it's not very warm, but overall I think it's pretty good. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. All right, so we're going to switch gears a little bit and try this iced coffee recipe that I found. This is a cinnamon roll iced coffee and it looks really good. So I'm excited to try it, but it seems pretty simple. So I went ahead and I put some coffee in the refrigerator earlier, so it should be nice and cold by now. I don't have any like regular iced coffee, so it may not be as strong, but I think it'll work for this. So basically it looks like all you do is take the coffee and then stir in cinnamon and maple extract. So we have our cinnamon and then the maple extract right here. And it says a 4th teaspoon of cinnamon and an 1/8 teaspoon of maple extract. I have my reusable straw, and then it looks like all you do is stir that together. The cinnamon doesn't really want to dissolve in the iced coffee. Like, it looks really weird. And then it doesn't say to add any milk or anything, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of almond milk because that's what I would normally put in my iced coffee, just to make it not so strong. Then I'm just going to throw in a few ice cubes, even though it should already be pretty cold. And then it just says to add some whipped cream and cinnamon on top. So this is the final product. This is the cinnamon roll iced coffee, and let's test it out. That's really good, but way too much cinnamon for me. I think I'm going to put in some more milk. That's really good. Okay, so I added in some of this creamer. If you watch my vlogs, you would know that I'm obsessed with this vanilla almond milk creamer, and it's really sweet. So I put it in the cinnamon roll iced coffee, and it's really good. It definitely tastes a lot more like a cinnamon roll now. So with the added addition of this creamer, I'd give this iced coffee a 10 out of 10. It is probably my favorite drink that I've made so far. Okay, so the very last coffee drink that I'm going to be making today is this maple cinnamon latte. It looks pretty good, so we're going to try it out. It looks pretty simple. So you just need espresso, maple syrup, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and milk. So basically all the same ingredients that we've been using for all of these, just in different variations. So again, we're just using the log cabin maple syrup and not actually pure maple syrup, but I think it will do the job. So all you do is stir together the maple syrup, the vanilla extract, and the cinnamon into the bottom of the cup. So that's what I am currently doing. And And then for this recipe, it just says about a 1/4 cup of coffee or espresso. Again, I would probably recommend using espresso just because it's a lot stronger, but this is all we have. So I'm going to pour in about a 1/4 cup, which is not even on this measuring cup. So I don't have a milk frother, but I just heated the milk up in the microwave, and now I'm going to pour it into this coffee mixture. It says to hold it like to the side. The recipe says to hold the coffee to the side and then pour the milk like this. And that way you kind of have, it's supposed to be foaming on top, but this didn't really do that because I did the milk in the microwave. So this is how the maple cinnamon latte came out. You can't really see it, but it doesn't look that pretty because I ran out of whipped cream to put on top, but I'm going to take a sip and see how it tastes. That's really good. That is actually really good. If you like sweeter coffees, this one is definitely for you. Tastes very mapley and cinnamon. Has all the fall vibes that we're going for, but this one is really good. I think this one's my favorite out of the hot drinks that we've made, and like I said, I liked the iced coffee one, but this one I would probably give a 9 out of 10. Next time I make it, I will definitely put more coffee in it because I like to taste the coffee a little bit more, but this is the perfect sweet fall drink for you. So alright, so that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope it gave you some new inspiration for some fall themed drinks you can make at home. Definitely a lot cheaper than going to Starbucks, and all of these recipes turned out super good, so I will have them all linked down below if you're interested, and let me know if you try any of them. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. If you haven't already, make sure you're following me on all my social medias. Those are also linked in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.